Once again, good afternoon to all the friends, brothers, and sisters following the holistic art of Dugukan. So here we are again in this live broadcast sa Facebook o nga pong mga panginaot sa tanang mga practitioner. My wish to all the practitioners na sana nasa magandang mga kalagayan ngayong lahat ngayon. Everyone is doing well and everything is going fine over there. Now joining ato ang mga beloved friends, brothers and sisters in the revelation of a holistic art. Now joining is Ani, Manila chapter. Magandang araw sa iyo and Maribig sa India. Magandang araw sa iyo Maribig. Kanya si Ann sa Bethlehem, sa Bethlehem Paradise, Bethlehem di Paradise Resort, Parabilia Tabuilan, North Cebu. So mayang adlaw diha Ann. Nice to see you again here. O sa atong mga kaigsuunan sa nagkalanglaing dapit sa kapupudan. Mayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. And I'm looking forward that everything is really going fine. Nasa tayong nasa malusog na katawan. Healthy body as this is holistic art. So, kailangan tayong always healthy. So, joining also is Mayit Noynay, halaging Mayit, ayong hapon diha. And sa Danao chapter, si Joan, mayong hapon diha Joan. Ang Matan Cheryl, si Aliging Roslyn, si Brad Edwin, utok sa Liburon chapter, mayong hapon diha Brad. O sa tanan natong mga kaubanan diha sa tuang chapter sa Liburon. So, magandang araw sa lahat. Yeah. Ngayon, may pizza 15 na ngayon. Nag-extend pa rin ato ang kining ECQ. So, it's okay. Dito lang tayo. Extend muna tayo ngayon sa ating mga activities. From Maribig. Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, food. GMPS 172. Yes, good afternoon, Maribig. Then from Ann, good afternoon, GM. Yes, good afternoon, Ann. And good afternoon from Ani Melendez. Good afternoon, GMPS 172. Yes, good afternoon, Ani. And from Mayat Noyna, good afternoon, GMPS 172. Yes, good afternoon, Mayat and Patrice sa Leyte. Good afternoon, yeah, Patrice. Good afternoon. Good PM, Jim, watching you. Yes, I'm glad. Nice to see you, Patrice. And of course, well, by this time, we're still having extension sa ating ECQ. So 15 days extension. So supposedly ngayon 15 na ngayon. So sana ngayon okay na, pero because there are still wala pa na solve ang problema. Anyway, it's okay. And we will cooperate so that maging ingani ato lang mga cooperation, abide lang tayo sa balaod. So as to say, we are promoting and being obedient sa balaod, makatabang ta sa ato ang community, sa atong surroundings, sa ato ang nation. Okay, so Tesli Castro, good afternoon, GM. Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon sa tanan yun. Manang sa tanang mga chapter sa Dugukan. Ato ang chapter sa Dugukan sa nagkalanglaing dapit sa ato ang kapupudan. So sa Luzon, sa dito nila ni Ani Melendez, sa lahat ng mga kasamahan natin dyan. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat dyan. And then, of course, sa lahat ng mga chapter sa Karatan, sa Danao, sa Liburon, sa Gorordo chapter, sa Manila, sa Sandayong, sa Naga, sa Guadalupe, sa Zamboanga, sa Panama, sa Bethlehem, sa San Vicente, sa Babag, at saka doon sa mga kaibigan natin sa Negros, sa Canglaon, at saka sa Mindanao, na Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. May wish na tayong lahat nasa mabuting kalagayan at saka may blessing tayong darating. And every now and then, anyway, every now and then, it should be blessing, blessing na mabot sa ito ang kinabuhi. So, receive, align, and adapt. So, positive energy, i-receive natin para ang mga blessings maabot sa atong kinabuhi. And Igmat Marjorie also is joining. Si Igmat Marjorie from malayo ito si Igmat Marjorie sa Bukidnon, Cagayan. Okay, welcome Igmat. Kunya si Matan Arthur. Okay, joining also si Matan Arthur sa ating site doon sa main chapter natin sa Karatan. Buena Vista, Carcar City, Cebu. So sa tanang mga taga site, mayong hapon diya sa mga bata. Okay. Karon inner cultivation man karon. So ang tanan mga practitioners sa holistic art sa Dugukan. So mga niya alas 12 katong gustong mukaon, katong dili pa gustong mukaon kay gusto nilang i-continue na ang ilang conscious astral journey. So magpaabot sila until early morning. So diha na sila mamahaw. Okay po. So good luck sa ating inner cultivation. Murag nanod na kayo taning ating inner cultivation na alternate every other day. So mayroon tayong inner cultivation using water modality. So tubig lang ang ating kainin. So busog na tayo, di ba? Okay, at saka really dito sa Cebu, ang mga tao dito parang okay lang din, pero ang center natin, we are close, maraming mga tao sa pagpunta po sila sa center. Kada adlaw lang po sila halos mangayo, o niya, marang I will ask blessings from the Supreme Master. Kaya kita, we are doing inner cultivation. Yan, kini mga taong may inner cultivation, kusog mga on. I just kidding na. Kusog mga on, pero mo ning akong ingon, mag-unsay kapalaran ng ato ang kining nasod ang mga tao walay inner cultivation, walay pagkaon, walay trabaho, dili makasugakod o dili makaon nga wala ra bay mga trabaho. Manang this could be something like we need to do something to marabang alternative ba? Mayroon tayong mga alternative sa ating buhay kay pag in case na walang-wala yun, we will survive. Anyway, hindi man mangyari sa ating buhay na walang-wala kasi mga kugihan man ta. O niya, the reason why we should be expert in the alternative. Itong alternative, mayroon tayong competency. Kaya ngayon, sa panahon ito, kailangan ang competency. Kaya in case wala tayong trabaho, okay, we cannot do business. Or for example, like this time, shut down ang mga wellness, we will survive because mayroon tayong mga alternative. I hope also yung mga tao, mayroon silang mga alternative. Baka pag mayroong mga test of time like this, hindi hindi talagang malaking problema, especially pag maraming mga bata. Now training also is Benje, mayong hapon Benje. O si Pasita Gamutan, mayong hapon Pasit. And nice to see you here and really glad that you're joined. Marag nahimo na laman ni natong tulumano ning atong kalhukan. Muna nga pinamaribik pa, blessing in disguise na siya kay wala ang COVID. Wala ta aning ato ang live. I'm looking forward na mawala na ning COVID pod kay buhan maka-suri-suri po ta. And of course, I'm looking forward also na even though in this way mayroon tayong communication. So at least okay lang yun yapon. Okay, from Matan Arthur, good afternoon GM from Karatan chapter. Just done our internal exercise and meditations. Okay, very nice. Good news from you. Matan Arthur. Morning, mabalik-balik na to. Lisod tinuod o okay lang sa mga naay mga kwarta, daghang kwarta, pareha sa pareha sa tuwa daghan butag kwarta. Kamo daghan mo damoy daghang kwarta niya wala. Mga nag-iilaw na daghang kwarta wala. Okay. Daghan na lang kwarta. Bantog ra nga dagko kay mga smile to ang mga makita kas palibot. Because daghang kwarta. Manang yung ko pag-abot aning panahon, in kaso lag unsay dagan sa panahon, okay, joining also is Lone Sticker. Lone Stickler is watching. Okay, welcome sa ating conference. This is Holistic Art. And we are going to talk about anything that can give us enlightenment. Enlightenment ba? Mga enlightenment tayo ngayon, di ba? We're having holistic arts. Tayo ngayon are mga enlightened people. Enlightened people, hindi matakot ng mga virus. Then, best thing that we can do is we can cooperate with the government para makatulong tayo sa ating surroundings, makatulong tayo sa ating bansa. So, although, how many days, how many months na we are locked, itong enhanced cultivation. Kaya we cannot go anywhere. We can only stay at home. Anang abiding the law, tama lang atong contribution. Going back sa ating akong mga naisgutan, ang mga tao kailangan ng art of survival para sa ako, aning atong, okay, for example, center. Ngayon, wala, I asked someone here, mayroon pang bugas. So, wala na yung bugas. Okay, in the cultivation man diya karon, so wala yung bugas kay dili man ta magaon. Unya kay naay may nangabot gapon kay mga yung bugas. Mo na lang kung balik lang mo kay magpalit na mig bugas ikaw nga. Nya magtagpalit og bugas. Ito taga-alam po na itong ginagmay nga kanang magamit-gamit po nila. Manay ako ingon, kung walay kwarta ang mga tao, kita di tamangaon kay na inner cultivation. Noon, ang kwarta siguro di mo mahurot ang kwarta. Mahurot man kwarta niya, dili. Mag-Finland yung kwarta, bisag unsa kadaghan ng mga kaning bayranan kay naaman dyan mahabilin, 5 pesos, 10 pesos. Dili yan mahurot ang kwarta kay naisensyo nga mabilin. Pang parking na lang na. Samot diya nga the people should be capable to survive even without food. Okay? Because in nature, vital essence of nature, dili man siya mahurot. Okay? From Pasita, Kamutan. May hapon kayo, Pasit. Nice to see you here and I'm really glad. Pero nahimo naman din akong tuluman nun. Murag mingaw na ko sa ato apong kaliukan kay kita na ko ang inyong presensya. Things that can give me also pleasure because as I said, pag wala pang enhancement quarantine karon, so nataas sa field karon, okay, nakikatubang sa mga kaigsuunan. May ato ang kalingaw. And also now joining si Aptik Irish utok sa Liburon Karkar mayong hapon dia Aptik. So wala pang lockdown kami ni Aptik Irish. Happy to na ko siya ngadto. Tuta dito, pito na mo siya. Tuta dito Aptik. Larga kami dito bisan asa lang pag mabot kay sa serbisyo sa mga katawhan pinagi sa atong holistic art. So maning serbisyo pangalagad sa mga katawhan. This is something like that can really give us pleasure spiritually. Spiritually, kay we are not looking forward people that can help us because we are doing light service. Our purpose is to uplift the lives of the people spiritually and likewise materially. That's why pag mabigyan tayo ng mga blessings sa Panginoon, sa Lord God of Heaven, bigyan tayo ng maraming mga opportunities. So our purpose is to help the healing of life and nature. So that's why the more you can give, the more we can receive. In putting ourselves in the blessings of abundance and prosperity, we must practice the art of giving and receiving and giving. And there is a spirit within that principle. And we put it into action, maraming mangyari sa ating buhay. So that's why ngayon, may lockdown ngayon, maraming walang trabaho ngayon. And all the practitioners of Dugukan in the holistic art, especially doon sa center, sabi nila hindi man maubos ang pira nila. Kaya pag maski maraming mga dapat mga expenses, bili ng kuan, pero the opportunity here is always, pero pag magpunta ka sa department store, grocery, bigyan ka lang ng 5 sardinas ng 5 latang sardinas, hindi ka na makabili ng sobra sa 5 lata ng sardinas. Ang ibig sabihin, maski man marami or hindi na marami yung pera mo, hindi talaga maubos kaya limited ang stock. Una nga, hindi po nangyari na wala tayong kaon dire kay na may mga kwarta ang mga tao niya. Ang kining mga walay kwarta mo niluoy kayo kay ako at example ato ko dito ito ko niya makitaan ko ning akong mga kailang mga kuan kubo-ubo nang daw sa nina kay walay mga kwarta niya walay bugas unsa man tinay walay manay bugas niya pila man ni kamo mga undagan ng mga niya wa may mga trabaho unang pagkansil ang gyapon di ita ning kalihukan nato nga nata inner cultivation unya ang mga tao sa palibot maluoy tanya di sila mag inner cultivation amo na okay, this is a lesson to all practitioner of Dugukan sa site natin tanan whenever the time there is inner cultivation that we use water modality so everybody will do it except sa mga children ha nya katong mga dili mo buhat okay ilang burden mangita og pagkaon ug walay pagkaon okay so that is mental discipline di ba okay from Arabic anagha after lockdown may naka-schedule ng magpahilot and hope makakaya makakaya ko yes what a good news from you Maribik okay nice you are going to promote hilot in outside the country that would be very very nice then from Binje good afternoon GM yes good afternoon maayong hapon GM from maayong hapon sa tanan okay from Abtik Irish by hi GM good afternoon watching you here from Liboron chapter night Diriso gamutan. Good afternoon, GM. Malipayong pagtanaw o pagpaminaw sa imong hapunong programa sa Butuan City, GM. Mayong hapon diha, Brad. Mayong hapon diha, Night Diriso. I'm really glad to see you here. So, nahimo na gina itong tuluman, no? Wala na po tanig na sa radio. Anyway, this is still live. So, mayo ni, nindot ni siya. I am glad that we're having this program. Anya from Matan Arthur, hello GM sa pagsugod palang namo sa Art of Life alas 4 sa buntag. Haliging tonton og sa tanang mga Dugukan stars. Nakita namo ang tulo ka linya sa mga angels nga nagparade more than 100 angels unsa kay ipasabot GM sa lamat GM. Okay, kana klaro na jud na. Doon na po'y may tabo nga pagsulay sa panahon. So, pag maglinya na gani na siya, daghan kayo, yan na, karaghan na big event ng may tabo. Episabot na big event ng ipatabo. But for example, this COVID virus or the entire planet, the entire or worldwide pandemic man to siya. So, nagtayog siya sa tibok kalibutan. So, likewise, mauna siya basta maglinya. Kaya mga timailhan na, gitagan tao, warning siya kay tasan nga magbantay ta sa panahon kay doon na yung mga pagsulay ang panahon nga may tabo nga that's why ang ating inner cultivation using water modality is going on continue kay I'm really looking forward na maraming mga tao na makasurvive maraming mga tao makasurvive sa trials of time especially sa mga tao na mahirapan na anyway, patas man yung maabot ang panahon. Rich and poor is patas lang na niya maabot ang panahon. Because, for example, why when you today it is already illustrated what's going on in the surroundings. When you go to Gaisano, magpunta ka doon sa Gaisano, bumili ka na sa grocery ba? Bumili ka ng sardinas, bigyan ka na ng 5 lata ng sardinas. So it means to say, pag may maraming mga event or malaking event na talagang will shake the humanity because of the trials. So, rich and poor are equal. Equal kasi equal. Kaya hindi tayo makabili ng pagkain. For example, we in our side also, we practice inner cultivation. But yung mga tao na maawa tayo, dili man sila mag-practice ng inner cultivation. So, magsabot diya nga, maugna kay mahatag, ngayo siya imuha, nga may prinsipyo nga paghatag ka mong paghatagan. Yang takos mong igatag mo, ang takos mong pagadawaton. O na nga, tagaan na to sila tubig. They do not like water because they do not like to eat water. So, anyway, that is inner cultivation. And now joining is Cherlyn doon sa from Deborah chapter. Welcome, Jerilyn. Nice to see you here. And Matt Angeneros is just joining Karatan chapter. And Heidi Van Hock. Sa UST has si Heidi Van Hock. Welcome, Heidi. And nice to see you here. I'm really glad that you joined in this conference once again. Okay, so always hoping that you're doing well and everything is going fine over there. Okay, from Madan Arthur. Okay, humana na kong basa dito kang Madan Arthur. Okay, sa Banalampon. Okay, we continue. Also joining is Jumaisha Restaro, nag-iilaw. Igmat Jumaisha. Okay, from Heidi Van Hook. Okay, good afternoon, GM. Yes, good afternoon, Van. And really nice to see you here. Okay, so pag maglinya ang mga angels of the supreme light, mabot na gaigbordan sa kagatos, that is a big sign that there is a big event that will happen in the world. And that event, big event, will will shake up, will tremble the 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 entire humanity. So what would be that kind of event that the people will be terrified? So anyway, it is not actually to terrify the people. That's why we are going to ask healing from the Supreme Master of Heaven that we will be saved. To heal the negative energies in the surroundings, and not only in the surroundings, in the entire planet, so that people in the planet will live in peace and harmony. There should be no war. Kasi pag sabi ko, pag maglinya ang mga magparid, magformation ng mga mysterious lights manifesting the skies, o niya, marami sila. So that is a sign of gira, war yan. Mayroong gira na mangyari. So by this time, this is already part of war, because we are combating, we are fighting against the difficulties of time when it comes to economy, when it comes to good health. And the best way to overcome, by the way, the best way to overcome the enemies, tougher enemies, of course, we are going to launch a harmonious war. Ang harmonious war gani, we must know the secret of victorious life. The secret of victorious life, okay, we'll tell it later. Okay, from Abdik Irish. Okay. Hi, Jim. Pag nag-art of life, 172 ganina, first time na ko kita nga angels nagpared. Grabe yun, karaghan. Na, mao na ginatik. Okay, that's why continue the inner cultivation and wait for my announcement if we have to increase the cultivation, because if we are going to increase the cultivation, it means to say there is signal from the Most High that we have to expand our formation. So we are going to expand our formation, the art of survival, the art of shielding, the art of survival. We are going to expand the art of survival because it is needed by the current time. When there is formation of the mysterious lights manifesting the skies, okay, I'll use English first because for the sake of everybody, so that they can understand. Many people do not understand our dialect, local dialect. So when there is formation of the angels of the supreme light in the sky, if it is linear formation, so it means to say something like poor, gira ba gira. Ano nga. That's why we ourselves, we are practitioners of holistic art, so we are not in favor of mayroong mga negative energies, mayroong conflicts, war against nation, because that means to say, or that means to say mass killing, because pag mayroong war, ang daming so many people will suffer. So that's why in the holistic art, we can only, in our side, we can only launch harmonious war. How we are going to topple down tougher enemy? We can topple down tougher enemy when we resort into harmonious war. So harmonious war is love, peace, and harmony. So meaning, do not entertain conflicts, do not entertain negative energies in the surroundings, wherever you can find, wherever you can meet something like negative energies in the surroundings, because those are illusions. So understanding about illusions, those are illusions that are actually programmed to topple down the people of light. So that's why whenever the time that you can see conflicts, you can see situations really negative, then do not be emotional with what are illusions comprising to the negative energies. That's because those are actually programmed to topple you down. So, who are our enemies actually? By the way, by this time, I always keep repeating this question: who are our enemies? Our enemies are blinding ignorance and human weaknesses. So we must not be misled in this point, because even though we consider people your neighbor, because your neighbors have hidden grudge against you, then really looking way to do something that to trigger your patience until the time that you lose your patience and you get bad tempered. So then who will be sino ba ang alkanse, who will suffer the negative emotions? You yourself, because if you look at the scenario, you are an enlightened person, then you fight someone who is not enlightened. So you are deficient. Many times you are deficient 9 degrees. 9 degrees ay mong deficient. You're left behind in the mental discipline. So, so today, actually, overcoming the negative illusions actually really need mental discipline. For example, giatangan ko dito kining kinibang tao kay palahubog niya, ipangayuan ko kwarta niya, gipatangan ko, gihadlok ko, gihulga ko niya. Dili naman na og musuko ko o na nga mag-away me, magdumot ko sa iya. So it means to say na may kwarta nga gamay, pila ra may pangayoon. Sige, ayaw lang kay palabit kay matay mo na kay narabay virus ron. Tagaani mo 5 sa bot yan, okay na. Pero imong yuta may kwaon, dako na ng istorya. So that's why there is always procedure. And there is always trial in the surrounding. So that's why heart walk your life by the light of heart wisdom. So submit yourself by the foundation. So submit yourself in the foundation of knowledge and wisdom. So it means to say we know what we are going to know, what we are going to do in times of trials. For example, by this time, the nanay signal nga makita na itong mga tilimad doon, because mysterious lights actually in the skies. There are really mysterious lights. If you refer it in the if you are a religious, okay, I'm not talking about religion because we are neutral. But for this time, for the sake of literature of inner cultivation and for the sake of literature of the mystery, so we can resort into something in this kind of explanation. Pag mayroon na gayong mga makita ninyo diya nga mga mysterious lights in the skies. So those are actually manifestations of the angels. Only the ancient people, the writers of the literatures of the Bible, for example, because ancient time they describe the manifestations of the angels, manifestations of God, because every time there was manifestation, so it is in the form of light, and any light that they saw in the past, so they describe it into fire. So that's why in the Bible many times repeated that the manifestations of the Lord God of heaven was described into fire. So that's why even in the one of the verses there said that the Lord God of heaven or the Most High is a consuming fire, because it can really consume. It is a devouring fire. It can devour mortal life. What I would say mortal life is carbon life foundation. So this is the point in time that we must also realize, and this is the time that something must really be done in the part of in our part, preparing for the possible test out time, which is actually impending, and it is actually imminent. Imminent. We cannot expect that it will come right away. It's actually imminent. So, meaning it will just happen without us expecting because it's imminent. But because we are already guided by the divine guidance from the Lord God of heaven, from the Supreme Master of heaven, so we are already arranging our lives, doing our inner cultivation so that we can survive the test of time. For example, viruses. Ang mga tao, sense of the viruses, ang mga tao na they are looking sa solusyon sa gamot ng viruses. Okay, ang mga virus actually, mga virus pag even by this time, scientific method, we are already infected with viruses, especially pag chain smoker. Ay mga virus na sa katawan. Even we get a sample of our blood and put it in the laboratory, makita doon mayroon mga viruses. Ang ating ngayon is we are going to boost our immune system para yung antibodies natin, cell protection sa katawan, malakas siya, powerful to suppress all the viruses, especially tougher viruses. Kasi ang tougher viruses, for example, COVID virus, you can consider that for sa mga taong walang inner cultivation, talagang tougher yan. Kaya maraming mga mamamatay. At saka ang daming mga mamamatay. Ang mga tao, ang mga tao because of the fear and believing na, for example, ang alcohol makapatay ng virus is actually the solution. So, inom sila ng alcohol. So, what happened? So, namatay na sila because chemicals. Wala namatay sa virus, patay sa alcohol. That's because our lack of enlightenment about something like what's good for us. So, definitely, especially in the management of energy. As I said, when it comes to management of energy cultivation in the energy level, that is our expertise. So when it comes to the chemicals, so of course we are not chemists. So we are not expert in the chemicals. We are expert in the energy cultivation. Not for the illustration, but for the management of our energy body. So that's why any of the practitioners of Dugukan art system, so long as you are doing your part in the inner cultivation, so you are not vulnerable with illness that goes from the infection of viruses, because the viruses, once it is connected in your physical body, once it can attach to your, mag-burn up siya. So that's why anytime makita man ninyo, you perceive in your physical body, there were some times na in your moment you touch someone na mag-spark yung kamay ninyo. That's because that is of the electricity in the body. That is because there is energy. The energy in the physical body, electromagnetic force, and the electromagnetic force. So it actually that works out. So pag mayroong mga negative energy na makakonect sa katawan, talagang masuppress niya. So that's why this is actually management, how we are going to make our physical body really not vulnerable with viruses and not vulnerable with negative psychic attacks. And now joining also is Michelle Polk. Okay, watching. Welcome, Michelle. Nice to see you here. And also Engineer Kirby. Okay, Engineer, mayong adlaw dia, Engineer. And nice to see you here from Michelle. Good morning, Jim. Yes, good morning. Good morning sa tanan. Okay, here, hapo na din sa ato sa ilaha buntag yung adlaw sa tanan. Okay. Okay, sa ato nang nabasa ang atong mga okay, si Junel Aladad joining. Okay, may hapon dia Junel. Si Joybeth Capos. Okay, may hapon sa tanan. Ako ang mga panaghisgot-hisgot kay mayo lang po ni this is an opportunity. We are having this live conference through Facebook home-based, and we can talk about the important topics like this formation. Mayroong nakita kayong mga formation sa taas, so that's actually really sign for bigger events that will happen in the not in the country, in the entire world. So as we go forward, ano siya nga atong i-enhance ang atong inner cultivation, enhancing inner cultivation, the more experience that you can attain, so the more competency, the more improvement to your skills, the more talents that will be discovered. So ang inyong progress, madiscover ninyo ang inyong mga talents when you continue your inner cultivation. Okay. Now also, okay, from engineer, good afternoon, GM. Yes, good afternoon, engineer. Yeah. So, Beth Cabos, good afternoon po, GM. Okay, very true. Mental discipline is must for spiritual practitioners. Yes, Marvin. Okay, talagang kailangan itong mental discipline. From Haliging Bulalakaw, mayong hapon, GM, watching from Manila, chapter. Okay, mayong. Kaganihang from Night TV Show, kaganihang buntag sa mga alas sa 5 a.m. imbes magsuyog ko sa akong Art of Life 1 GM pagsulti gyud nako og home gym ka sus kakusog murag nag-uylap-uylap sa akong tibuok palad sa walang kamot murag bukal-bukal nga tubig di masabot. Okay, good. Nakakunik ka to Night Tereso. Mayo. So, mayo kayo kay mga sign na nga nakakunik mo sa transmissions of the angels of the Supreme Light. Currently, or nowadays, bridging of divine radiance of the Most High through the Supreme Super Light Angels. Mauna sila karon ng mga activities, dunay mga angels of the Most High. Anyway, people are amazed or confused with our information because ano ba yung angels of the Supreme Light, Supreme Super Light Angels? So, hindi sila makaintindi ng ating mga term na ginagamit. But, if they will in inner discovery, what I mean is, pagbigyan nila ng pagkakataon na maka-experience sila ng mga, makakita sila ng permanent sightings ng mga angels of the Supreme Light. So, mayroon silang chance na maintindihan itong mga ginagawa natin. In fact, this is also our part to share with them data na they can begin also to go deeper in their inner research. So, actually, this is inner research. Hindi tayo magtuturo ng mga tao ng mga kababalaghan because we are not capable to do miracles. Ang lahat is nandyan yan sa taas. We can provide data, information on how they are going to open up the doors for bigger discovery, bigger inner discovery. So that's why I'm sharing the information addressed to everybody who has interest in inner discovery, either in the academic, private, or public institution. So everybody is welcome, and we will not make any conclusion because we will allow anyone to make their own research to find their own conclusions if they can find solution to the mysterious lights manifesting in the skies. So unless the time that people will go deeper in inner discovery and they would like us to share guidance, so we will not deprive them the information that we have. So ngayon, ito is inner discovery. And simultaneous with our inner discovery is, of course, the spiritual responsibilities to help the healing of life and nature. Now, joining is Igmat Emari Camardo. Okay, mayong hapon sa tanan, and also Rodil Katahay. So also mayong hapon ni Rodil Katahay, and everybody that will join in this conference. So, pagdaghana kayo ang mga mysterious lights manifesting the skies for the sake sa mga hindi pa kayo familiar with super light angels. That is a sign na parang we should do something to prepare ourselves for much bigger trials of time. So just like what is happening now in the surroundings. So people are threatened by the virus. People are threatened by the viruses. So if we don't have powerful protection from the Most High, and we do not know the precise action, the precise measure that we should do for ourselves as protection, so we are left behind in arranging our lives final ascension, because the possibility weak tayo sa negative energy. Maging vulnerable tayo, we will become vulnerable with negative energies, viruses. So if that is the situation of our lives, so we are very weak. And it means to say we do not know if we can survive the trials of time. So that's the reason why, as earlier as now, we are given the lessons how we are going to prepare ourselves. We can make ourselves not vulnerable against all sorts of viruses, negative energies. If you can survive 10 days, just only water you are going to use for the food of your physical body. So it means to say you can survive elementary viruses. So for the inner cultivators, this kind of virus, for example, it is not to boast ourselves. It is not to boast anyone's ability in the practice of inner cultivation, even in not in the modality of Dugukan. That's because actually it's not really fatal viruses. Because as I said, when it comes to the time na makakonect siya sa katawan, it can be easily suppressed by the power of your immune system, by the power of the electric force, electromagnetic force in your body. It needs only to learn the fundamental laws of nature. So that's why it should be in our education in the art of our holistic art, how we are going to manage the physical condition. Okay, so I'm talking physical condition. So if our energy body is powerful, so likewise the energy body of our motor physical is really powerful. So things we have to realize in management of our physical condition. So, and the physical body, this physical body, denser molecular composition of our physical body, the physical body of the soul. So really, the physical body, our physical body is the vehicle of our soul to exist in the mortal physical dimension, the third dimension of the world, this planet we are now existing, and the energy level, which is actually the astral body pertaining to the vehicle, which is energy or light body of the soul, and that refers to the astral body. So interpenetrating inside the body and outside the body is the energy body of the soul in the forms of energy, in the forms of light. So that's why we will see our auric force. You can see your auric force or aura. Makita nimo, you have inner aura or the etheric, and you have the outer aura, the light radiating, emanating from your physical body. So it must be powerful energy. So that's why only the physical body will actually is subject to the wear and tear, deterioration, or depreciation. Pag vehicle pa or material nga mga butang, of course this material nga mga butang atong including atong lawas, so it is actually subject to depreciation. So mayroong wear and tear siya. By the course of time, mayroon siyang depreciation. But because you are doing inner cultivation, so there is no wear and tear, there is no depreciation. By the course of time, you are getting stronger. So do not be misled. Do not be trapped with the illusions that the belief of the mind, believing that we are aging. So when we are aging, so because we believe in aging process, so people will go old and die. Okay, reverse. Okay, how we are going to reverse your aging process? So reverse your belief as we go forward, as the years pass by, we grow younger. We grow younger because we are rejuvenating. We are rejuvenating ourselves. And the way we are going to rejuvenate ourselves, we are going to rejuvenate the cells of our entire physical body by vital essence of nature, by vital force. And that is using the power of our soul, the energy level of the soul. Okay, expand the energy of your soul. allow the substantive energy, which is not actually defined in nature, which is not really defined in the laboratory, this is not defined by science and technology. Okay, because that is spiritual energy. We are going to expand that energy, and it must be manifested in the energy body of our soul so that it can manifest in our physical body to rejuvenate every cell in our physical body. So it means to say, even we are aging 100 years old until 200 years old, 300 years old, it is possible because the expansion of universal consciousness, in the course of planetary ascension, there is expansion of energy. So when there is expansion of energy, time will come. The energy is really high, and you are going to receive, align, and adapt the expansion of energies caused by the planetary ascension. So if you can align with that energy released from the higher dimension, so instead of aging, wearing and tearing your physical body, you are growing in the positive light. You are rejuvenating your physical body. You will grow younger. So if you will grow younger, so you are not going to deteriorate your physical body. You are going to radiate much more positive energy, and you will grow younger as the years pass by. So the coming years, for example, 50 years from now, we will say, how old are you today? I would say, karon, pilay atong edad karon. Ibunanta, ang atong edad karon, 50. Then, another 20 years from now, okay, 50 years old, minus 20 years old, how old are you? Okay, you are 30 years old na. So that's why, if you become familiar with elementals, kanang gitawag nilang mga engkanto, ang mga engkanto at age 10,000 years old, they are looking 20s. You just imagine, og 10,000 ang edad na sa usa ka engkanto, ang ilang naong mura na sila og 10 years, or mura na siya 20 years old. But how come the people at age 100, really old age, dying, and even seldom nga moabot ang tao 100 years old, mamatay na gid siya. That's because of the veiling. We are being locked on our understanding with our oneness with nature. I-close ang ato ang understanding, so i-close po ang atong oneness with nature. So the vital essences of nature, the things that we are actually separating ourselves. So we are separating ourselves from the vital essences of nature because we rely on chemicals. We are relying in chemicals. Every day you are putting up chemicals, toxins in the physical body. So we cannot survive without medicine, material medicine, and it is actually chemical. So that's why in science, if you study in the medical profession, chemical poisoning, radiation poisoning, so that's because every chemical is there is toxin. Let's say, for example, there is healing. That's why we need healing, and we use chemicals for healing. Then the more we induce chemicals in the physical body, it is just our belief thinking that we are healed by the chemicals. But anyway, we are putting up always toxin in the physical body until the time that the disasters will be the result. So that's why in the holistic art, it should be in the natural way. In the practice of inner cultivation, advanced spiritual development, do not induce chemical in your physical body. Always practice the natural, because once the physical body is enhanced with natural energy, it will become stronger, and that is the best maintenance for the physical body. But then if you are going to use maadat sa chemicals in mong lawas, so anytime na your problem in the physical body, okay, chemicals, okay, this is the belief. You are healing your physical body, let's say, because of the chemical you use for your problem of your illness. Let's say you have ulcer, so nagamit ka og chemical, so you are using, let's say, 10% healing because of the chemical you use, and 30% toxin. So deficit ka every day. but because of your belief that you will be healed by the chemical, okay, you feel like something like you are healed. But in the real sense, you are not actually healing. Even in the energy side, you are not healing because you are using chemicals that comprised of toxins. Mayroon siya mga toxins ba? So that's why, study, if you want to align yourself in the higher vibrational frequency, aligning yourself with the vital essences of nature. So use the natural, because vital essence of water. So make the water living life of water, and how you are going to make the water living life of water. Okay, most high. So you must know the system how. So that's a question how. Then if you know how to make the vital essence of water activated, okay, that's the answer. You can do it. So you can begin your inner cultivation, higher level. So mao na siya, ug makahimo ka sa tubig nga mablesingan nimo ang tubig, mapaandar nimo ang gahom sa tubig nga kanang gitawag niya og vital essence of nature, nga living water, gahom sa tubig, gahom sa kinaiyahan. So makasugod ka sa taas ni mga cultivation sa spiritual. So magkawagtang ang imong mga sakit. You are deleting the viruses, you are deleting the weaknesses or the illnesses of the physical body. So this is something like knowing our inner side. So that's why lesson in life is know thyself. So know thyself. It is essential lesson. Okay, joining now is Ezekiel Bianto sa Naga chapter. Mayong hapon diha, Brad Ezekiel. And also Kabag, Romel. Okay, Ramil. Mayong hapon, Ramil, and nice to see you here. And I'm glad that you joined. Okay, mayong hapon, mayong adlaw sa tanan. Panghinaot sa tanan nga naa karon sa mayong kapiskay sa panglawas. Kalagsik sa panglawas, kalagsik, kapiskay, kalagsik. Mo ni atong gikinahanglan karon, especially nga dunay mga pagsulay karon sa atoang ining panahon. Especially there are problems, there are trials in our time, so we should be strong enough to suppress all the negative energies in our surroundings. Okay? Okay, so of course sa tanang mga tagang Kanglaon, mayong hapon sa tanang mga taga Kanglaon. Unya si Nina. Okay, Nina. O na nga mayong hapon diya Nina. Unya human aning lockdown nina, tinuod tong imong damgo nga mo na bidiha kay nakaplano naman adaan nga mo na media kay ganahan mamilya sa lugar niya para maka okay manudlo ta diha inner cultivation, manudlo ta diha basic healing mo tay sabot si imong damgo kay ang tambal sa virus, as I said, kining atong giskutan karon nga tudloan atong mga tao diha unsay mga kini ato complementary medicine, actually ning ato alternative medicine nga atong i-share mga techniques sa mga tao how we can do something like essential for our physical body, na hindi tayo vulnerable ng mga viruses, mga illnesses, na hindi na kailangan na mas marami pa tayo or may pira tayo. Kaya wala man tayong maraming pira, hindi lang maubos ang pira natin, pero hindi marami, hindi lang maubos. Pag marami ating pira pero maubos, that's something wrong yan siya nga concept, because it means to say we are poor. You just imagine, marami tayong pira, napakaraming pira, but maubos ang ating pira. So it means to say we are poor. We suffer physical crisis. It means to say, pag mayroon tayong physical crisis, so ang ating income, mas malaki ang ating expenses. So to set off the expenses, so even though wala tayong income, pero wala mo tayong expenses. So pag magbibigay sa atin ng 5 pesos, this is already money, or that is already gain. Ano ba? Ginansa na siya. Parang hindi maubos ang pera natin. Although hindi masyadong marami, pero hindi maubos. Unlike pag may marami tayong pera pero maubos, pag ngayon, if you look at our pocket, wala tayong 5 pesos, 10 pesos, so that's it. That's a big problem. Kasi our cultivation, pag magbili tayo ng ice water, lagay lang ng plastic, maybe tag 2 pesos. But if it is bottled water, we cannot buy bottled water for our cultivation. So it means to say, lugi tayo. Anyway, it's just an entertainment lang muna kay we measure, usually people measure, and pagkadato ba, dato, by the wealth that we have, material wealth. Tayo, we are going to look the deeper meaning of what is wealth. We are talking about the wealth, spiritual wealth. So by this time, you are billionaires. We are billionaires because in the spiritual side, we are not deficient. Likewise, in the material side, we are not also bankrupt because we have healthy body. So if we have healthy body, okay, that's wealth. Then if we have money, thousands, billions of money, then we are not healthy. That is something like, ano ba yan tawag dyan? That is something like, kining poverty yan. Poverty because the health is very poor. So we cannot value, we cannot assess our life in the real sense of wealth by how much do we have money, how much gold, how much wealth do we have in the material side. It should be that we will not suffer life because we are healthy. So if we are healthy, mayroon tayong malakas na energy, malakas na katawan, hindi tayo na-torture sa ating negative emotion, hindi tayo na-torture sa mga kadok fears. That's because we are healthy in the energy. So we are not misled in the journey of life. We are not misled in the journey of life. So that's why whenever the time, especially, I remember this many times, doon sa ating site, okay, I always want to see the site, mayroong development sa site. Okay, pag mayroong development sa site, so it means to say, in spite of we are not billionaires, we are healthy, and we are rich, not in the sense that we have thousands or millions of worth of dollars or money. We are healthy, and that the illustration of our love is really expressed in the site. Okay, how many people working in the site? You just imagine, are they billionaires? Are they millionaires? No. We are not billionaires, but we are successful in illustrating what is unconditional love. So, we are successful in illustrating what is unconditional love. So that's why I'm always inspiring everybody because I often meet people that they said that wala mang ko'y grado, I don't have education. No, you are wrong. Because even though you don't have academic background, but you did something very special. And what is that? Okay, you are helping the healing of life and nature. You are helping the healing of life and nature. Kadaghan man mga tao, professional by academic, ato na inon academic nga status, they are professional, pero wala man gigamit nila ang ilahang professional. They're not using their profession to do light service. Unlike if you are not in that profession, for example, you don't have certificate and you did, but you are doing light service. Precisely, you are doing light service and making your life even much useful, not only for the people in your surrounding, but again for the entire planet. Doing angels contact and question, for example, art of life. So how many lives associated in the elementary things of nature benefited when you do art of life? Okay, countless things that you should not realize yet. When you do art of life, it will activate the energy centers of the surroundings and the energy centers of the entire surroundings where you are performing art of life, because you are dealing with supreme superlight energies needed for the healing of nature. And lives associated with the elementary things of nature benefited by what you are doing, art of life. So that's why doing art of life, you are actually learning, you are actually doing your light service, helping the healing of life associated in the elementary things of nature. So what are the lives associated with the elementary things of nature? So that's why I'm inspiring everyone, okay, do conscious astral travel so that you will become familiar. We are not alone. We are not alone. Just because there are lives associated in the elementary things of nature, there are lives associated with the advanced things of nature. So we do not, we cannot become familiar with these lives if we do not open up our inner side. So that's why Dugukan Legit Meditation, Heaven's Gate, Heaven's Eye. Heaven's Eye is at your brow center. Open up your mind eye to see the inner. So to see the inner, you cannot see the inner by so that's why we have Heaven's Eye. And how we are going to open up the gateway so that our inner understanding will reach out the inner and we have soul realization. Okay? So, balik na punta. Okay, now also joining is Snooki Bakos. Mayong hapon dia, Snooki. And si Dali Santos. Mayong hapon dia, Dali, sa Karatan, Karkar City, Cebu. Okay, mayong hapon sa tanang mga taga Karatan, sa tanang mga Silingan, sa tanang mga taga Buena Vista, sa tanang mga taga Valencia, sa tanang mga taga Kalitngan, sa tanang mga taga Karkar City. Mayong hapon sa tanan, mayong adlaw sa tanan. And from Heidi Van Hoek, I am so grateful for you, GM. Okay, nice to hear from you, Van. And likewise, I'm always grateful to see you here joining. This is our oneness with all the stars. Okay, having a healthy body and healthy mind are most important. Healing each other, yes, definitely right, precisely, Van. Healing each other because we are oneness. We are oneness when we are one with all. So the problem of one is the problem of all. So that's why kill we cannot kill each other. So there should be no war. There should be no war because when there is war, it means to say people are dying, people will experience killing, and because by this time it's dangerous because of the advancement of technology. So the advancement of technology will define what will happen in the world pag mayroong war. So there should be no war. And the peace and harmony will overwhelm the entire planet. That's because people will be enlightened. So this is the part we will get in. This is the part we can do our light service. So asking divine guidance and receiving the divine radiance from the Most High to help the healing of life and nature. Okay, so from Van, the energies around me have been very strong. Lately, strong vibrations and pulsing in my body. Yes, that's nice because that's a sign of spiritual progress. Receive, align, and adapt. So this is the point. Receive, align, and adapt. Why we are going to receive, align, and adapt? Because there is divine radiance of energy, which we are now experiencing in our planet. So we should learn how to receive advanced energy and align and adapt because this is the process of ascension. So it is ascending life into higher dimension. And the way to do it is we must be able to align and adapt advanced energy. Okay? Okay, from Ezekiel, mayong hapon GM, ako ug akong tibok pamilya malipayon nga naglantaw ug nagyukbo kanimo. Ako yaw man po ning istoryado. Karon diri sa Naga chapter. Okay. Okay, from Ezekiel Yanto, Dave ni GM from Naga chapter. Nag-training ni diri sa martial arts GM. Okay, nice to hear from everybody. Mayo kayo do kay gimingaw na media sa ato ang kanang chapter dia. Wala na ta ka diha pero after the lockdown definitely na ata diha. Wala maglingaw na pud diha, makatulog na pud media. Wala may katulog diha. Kini sa Naga chapter basta ato ito sa south mapit gyud ngadto kami ato may matulog. Kanang gimingaw na pud diha sa lugar and continue sa kalihukan nito kay murag dako-dako kay ning signal nga gihatag nila karon nga dapat magpangandam ta kay murag may tabo na pod kay formation anytime. As I said, anytime there is formation makita ninyo sa taas o gubot gani kayo na sila sa taas makita ninyo nga from different direction, coming from different directions and going to the different directions yan daghan sila kayo So force of nature na siya. Mayroong mga event nga kining dako nga may tabo sa kalibutan, force of nature na siya. Now karon og formation siya linear gani siya, so that is a sign na gihatag nila nga mag-andam ta kay kining donate trial sa kaning inganang something ingana. But anyway, this is just an information that will not cause fear to the people, because people anyway in the first place, people do not believe the things we are talking unless they are in the actual practice. So we cannot cause fears to the people, and we can only enlighten the people to have something like to alert their mind that we should do something in the spiritual side. We must not forget the spiritual side, because pag ato gay na encounteran ang mga negative energies, for example, mga viruses, if we are going to counter them such as viruses, so we must do something in the spiritual side. So kinahanglan natin buhaton sa spiritual side. So what are the things that we are going to do in the spiritual side? Unsay mga butang atong buhaton sa spiritual side? So i-boost natin ang ating immune system. We are going to boost our immune system. How to do that? Okay, activate your advanced divine connection. Ablihan na atong mga connection nga to sa spiritual nga kalibutan. Activate your advanced divine connection with the inner realm. And that is the way how we are going to overcome the negative energies. That is the way actually how we are going to solve the problems in our surroundings. Okay, so mao na siya. There are so many things we should do in our lives by this time. So many money. So many money. So there are so many money. So do we have many money by this time? Okay, what is our money by this time? Okay, energy. Okay, just leave it. Don't you worry, because if there is trial, for example, rich and poor are the same, and what will matter is think by this time that you should be able to survive the trials of time, especially hunger and viruses. So hunger, viruses, and death, because that will actually go together. That will go together, because if there are viruses that will harm the lives of the people, just like what's happening today, people don't have job, don't have any more money, because they are locked. They cannot go outside to do their actual normal activities, so they cannot find a job, so they cannot make their means of living. So that's why pag matuta dito sa ato ang lugar karon, magdalatag pagkaon baron, so dakpon tang ito kay there is quarantine law. So it means to say, tong sa silingan mahadlok nga wala man tay virus, but in time will come, may balaw sila nga makatambal ito ng virus, kasambot sila. It means to say sa atua ingana ang atua karong sitwasyon. So that's why this is not actually, I have something like, ano sabay ito itawag gani, the ang ka-awkward sa ato ang dagan, this because kining dili ta parihag mga pagtuo, dili ta parihag, it is actually the level of understanding ba. We believe, for example, katong gi-interview, katong nagtan-aw ko sa video, this is something like, this is really interesting, and sort of we could reflect ourselves kay kanang importante magud karong panahon nga lawom jud atong pagsabot. What can we do to help as one? We will be united as one so that we will survive. Okay, so ang answer na is enlightenment in the spiritual side. Enlightenment in the spiritual side, because if you look at every issue, so there is always the issues. Then if you look at this side, and if you look at this side, palihan na sila dunay mga meritorious reason. So only it will contradict. So that is the illustration of polarity. Left, right, left. So how we are going to harmonize both sides? So that's a big issue. Una nga, pag gutom kayo mga tao, mingon po mga tao, patay ta sa virus, di man tama virus, patay ta sa gutom, So there is also another virus. That's why viruses, ang usa nga virus kining gutom kay walay kaon, walay kwarta, walay ikapalit. So that is another virus. Ang usa nga virus, katong virus nga peting gagmiti nga dili makita sa imong mata. Pero makapatay sa imuhang lawas ng usa nga virus. Pero mo na ni karon di kita kasabot na gubot ang atong palibot. We are really experiencing chaos because we do not understand to align, receive, align. This is actually important formula. Receive, align, and adapt. If there is harmony, so we are united as one. Mana nga pag maglakaw-lakaw kita sa dalan, unya makita ta dito na ay mga kanang na nag-inom sa daplin, makita po ta dito sa unahan na ay mga kanang busy kayo sa kining business. Na aday business wala mawala karon. Kinang chika-chika nga business. Dili na mawala ang chika-chika nga business. Anyway, that is something like business lang gyapon na siya. Nga nga ano sa mata masolba din ito ang problema kay kawit kita lang o karon. I would like to visit doon sa ating site sa Katkar. Pero we are not allowed to go there because moment we reach the site, okay, ano man mga reaction sa mga tao. Mga tao, taga-real, gikan na sila syudad, magdala na ang virus. So something like, ang perception sa tao, negative ng daan. So that's why, kumano na ito ning ato karong kuan, kumano na ito ning kining ato ang abuton na itong ano sa amahuman ang kining ato ang trials of time karon because to avoid mga lisod nga mga isyo kay ang mga isyo usahay negative dili mayo because energy in the surroundings actually will entangle. We will wait the time na doon na kanang i-allow na sa balaod nga okay, we can reach anywhere, pwede na sa tangan to. And of course, I'm reminding everybody, use the ascension oil. Use the ascension oil because in the coming events of time, the ascension oil is not only intended by this time. It's not actually intended by this time because I said it is intended for the bigger events of time, which are actually, when it comes to viruses, high-grade ang viruses. When it comes to high-grade nga viruses, so it means to say really fatal nga viruses. By this time, the virus that we are experiencing actually fatal or people don't have energy cultivation. Even that's definitely for people without inner cultivation, but then for people that actually having powerful cultivation because they focus their system in the energy cultivation, so that is not actually fatal viruses. So that's why it is not fatal virus. Only lang we are in the orthodox, always in the orthodox system. So that's why in our side, we are in the holistic art. We accept what is beneficial. Information beneficial, knowledge informational, knowledge really essential, or what is beneficial for our health. So we are not despising always opportunity that can make us full. So we are always accepting opportunity, information that can make us whole, tibuok, not can make us fully. In this fully, we are crippled on our inner potentials. We cannot use our talents because we are being blocked by the negative energies. So don't allow to be blocked by the negative energies. Never in your life you will be allowed. Do not allow to be blocked by the negative energies. So do not go with your negative illusions. Never allow yourself to go with negative illusions because moment you do it, you will be crippled on your best potential in life. So today is really essential by this time. This is the time we are given opportunity to prepare ourselves for the bigger trials of time. Sa mas dako pang trials nga maabot sa kalibutan, kay umaabot ang mga trials yun. Kay if you look at the surrounding God, what's happening by this time, how many people I meet along the road because baka pakakuha man gyapon taga naman tay quarantine pass. Unya agi nga to kita ko sa mga tao while driving, dahil mga tao dito nagpara sila sa kuha tuwa sa kalsada kay wala na sila pagkaon. Laway po sila kayo kay lima sila ka buok, duha ka ginikanan, unya duha ka ila siguro tong anak, usa ka gamay nga bata. makita nimo ilahang kuan nga lisod yon. Nga inga na, and not only in this place but there are in so many parts of the country, just because there is ongoing problem. Mana nga, to all practitioners of the Dugukan, enhance your energy cultivation, enhance your inner cultivation, and do not entertain negative issue, because that we don't have business in the negative issues. Kaya wala tayo business yun diha, kaya it will only connect your mind to the negative energies, which actually affect also your balance of peace and harmony. So ang ato is we are going to help the healing of life and nature. So how we are going to help the healing of life and nature? So energy cultivation. So if you look at the time, what time you can spend your energy, your cultivation, doing your exercise. So before you go to sleep, okay, you need time to do your meditation. Before you go to sleep, do your meditation. Then another thing, at 6 o'clock in the evening, before after the sunset, okay, another thing, you do your art of life 172. And right after that, prepare yourself for your conscious astral journey. Anyway, when you become familiar with your conscious astral journey, if you are someone like in life, okay, this is important. If you are someone like in your life, you don't have, let's say you don't have pleasure, how to call it, you don't have happiness. You don't have happiness because the entire life you are already there with all the responsibilities in life, that nobody's in your surroundings actually understand what you feel within. Okay? So, really, really that is a hell. Imperno na nga klase nga kinabuhi, kay ang imong kalag all the time your soul is tortured by the negative emotions. With all those responsibilities that you're actually facing in life, you cannot evade that responsibilities, and nobody in your surrounding did really understand you well, what you feel with deep within. Okay, but because you are strong, so you survive. And seems like you are okay, but deep within you're not okay, because with all those negative energies, the world is really heavy and not really good for you within, because people do not understand you. Okay, what will you do? Is there happiness in life? Is there left happiness in life? The answer is actually no. There is no happiness in life if you do not know the gateway to heaven. So how you are going to find the gateway to heaven? Heaven's gate, heaven's eye. Okay, what will you do? Heaven's gate, heaven's eye, twin hearts. What will you do? Okay, resort into the knowing of thyself. Resort into the knowing of who you are in the inner side. What is the answer? The answer is cat. Say it. Cat. What do you mean by cat? Okay, conscious astral travel. Okay, conscious astral travel, because twin hearts. So, okay, if you have twin hearts, so where is your other heart? Okay, in your other physical body. So you have other physical body. Where is that body? Made up of energy, made up of light body, in your astral vehicle, in your astral body. So that's why be conscious of your astral journey, because every time you go to sleep, your journey life, your journey yourself, consciousness, energy, light life, your journey your soul in the inner dimension. So there's nobody actually sleeping that does not journey in the astral dimension. So where is the astral dimension? So where is the astral dimension? So the corresponding realm that correspond to the astral dimension. This is the cosmos that we are watching. This is the cosmos that we are experiencing. Physical, carbon life foundation, this physical body. So we are higher elements. Higher elements, because this is nature. Higher elements. Okay, this is the physical world. Then there is also what we call by science, this is dark energy. dark energy, dark matter. So, where is astral dimension? Okay, astral dimension will correspond to that kind of energy. Dark energy or dark matter, because it is called dark. We do not know why the physicists called it dark energy or dark matter, because that is the term that they're used. Because when you do actual astral travel, it's not dark. It's really light, but it's not dark. But because by this time, because anyway, that's considered the point. I assign supreme superlight angels based also from the guidance of the Most High, from the Supreme Master. Okay, what we are going to call for the angels, referring to the highest class of angels from the Most High. Okay, angels most powerful or supreme superlight angels. Okay, we assign the name angels of the supreme light or supreme superlight angels. So the same. Scientists are assigning words to describe the truth, the reality of the physical planet. So that's why even we are going to talk about spirituality. We know there is God because there is word. There is an assigned word, meaning we communicate this way because there are languages comprising of sight and loud vibrations. So that's why this is the point. Okay, if go back to the line of the point of this story, where is happiness? Where is happiness? Okay, happiness, you can find happiness in your twin hearts. So that's why twin heart meditation is really essential in your inner journey so that you can find vigor of spirit. Vigor of spirit is essential. When you have vigor of spirit, you can release, you can unleash your talents, you can unleash your best potential, and you will know the things that you do not know yet. Even up to creating or deciding tougher decision, you will know different way, because something like you are not alone, because there is someone deep within that will tell you the precise thing that you should do, and people do not understand it, but you yourself will understand it because you are walking your life by the light of heart wisdom. So ang mga tao nga di makapas sa imong desisyon, di kasapas sa imong pagsabot, they will they will say you are crazy, you are bad, you are something negative ang ilahang iangga nimo. That's because they cannot understand you. But you yourself, you know that that is right because you are guided by the divine guidance from the Most High, and you know what the thing is precisely that must be done for the benefit of everybody. That's because you are already resulting your decision into the highest foundation of life, which is the supreme most high of heaven. And so that's why there is now actual illustration. The actual illustration, you begin your inner discovery by actual exercise, inner discovery, art of life 172. And before you go to sleep, okay, set your mind to do conscious astral journey. There is no negative illusions. Negative illusions is actually when you believe that you can do this and overcome all these negative energies in the surroundings with just mere power of your human understanding, with just mere power of your material energy. No, it's not. It's not capable. Material energy is only a matter of 1% of your energy in the spiritual side. Imagine 1%. How can you overcome the world when you only have 1% of energy that you can use? You can overcome your small world and the big world by having resorting your life into the most powerful foundation, which is your spiritual side. So go deep within, unless your innermost potential, and that is you begin with conscious astral journey, and that is really important. Begin with conscious astral journey, and the way to do it, learn the natural way, how you are going to go your life in the natural way without forcing your emotion, without forcing your energy to really do it, because the more you do it, force yourself to do it, then the more you will not able to do it. That's because It's not natural. It's not. It should be natural. So set your mind in the conscious astral journey, because every time you go to sleep, your astral body, your soul in the astral vehicle will journey in the realm of the astral. So you are in the astral dominion. So this is the physical world. Imagine the physical world, the planet, the stars that we are watching during Art of Life, that will comprise 4%. 4% of the entire energies science is actually digging by this time. Dark energy is 73%. Dark matter is 23%. Where are we higher elements? Why are we higher elements? We are 0.03%. So imagine how the comparison. So it means to say in the spiritual side, if you give your meaning of your life by the material awareness, by the material wealth that you have by this time, okay, you lose the bigger opportunity of experiencing the blissfulness of life, which is in the spiritual side. In the astral realm, it is actually comprising of 73% bigger energy than this energy that we have here in this planet. So that's why you will experience doing conscious astral journey that it's easier for you to reach the stars. You can travel, reach the stars, meeting with different beings in the different dimensions in the multi-dimensional level of existence. Okay, the beyond stars. What is the beyond stars? Okay, the beyond stars. Okay, you jump into advanced spiritual study, because astral dominion is the inner circle. Inner circle is, it means to say, multi-dimensional level of existence. So this is actually the other side of the coin. This is the physical world, and penetrating in the physical world, inner and outside, external, is the astral dominion. So it is energy. So that's why there is no end when it comes to learning the fundamental laws of nature. Learning the fundamental laws of spirituality, there is no ending for that concern. So that's why I'm encouraging everyone to have a copy of the book, Volume 1, that I'm about to of course, the book 2, Volume 2. I'm about to finish the book 2. Only I have to arrange mga importante pa lang mga butang yon kay para ma-include siya sa book 2. So, when you have that experience in life, you will see how blissful you are. How blissful you are having connecting your cell, consciousness, energy, light, and life in the inner cultivation that is actually released by this time. So, imagine by this time you are how many years you are experiencing the trials of life, the pressures of surviving or overcoming the different challenges in life every day, and you did not see the inner side, which is actually 99% bigger opportunity, 99% wider in meaning than the physical planet. Here in the planet, when you want to go to the stars, the explorations of science today, we are in the very advanced technology by this time. We are in fact, we are now in the almost in the second phase of golden age. We're in physics in the molecular level. So nanotechnology, biotechnology, artificial intelligence. So that is, we are now very advanced. Then exploring, journeying into somewhere planet from outside this galaxy, far from this galaxy, will take how many thousands of years to reach? And how old can you how old we how many years we can survive in the physical body, mortal physical body? Then imagine if you are in the astral. There is no limit so long as it's there in the cosmos. So long as it's there in the cosmos, there is no limit. You can experience a journey in the different realms of the astral, the different dimensions, because levels of dimensions, multi-dimensional level of existence in the astral. You will experience life, and in fact, you could find paradise in the inner. Of course, you cannot detach, you cannot separate from your physical body totally, because you are connected with the silver cord. And to cut the silver cord is difficult because it's not allowed by the supreme law of equilibrium unless the physical body is dead. So, if the physical body is alive, there's no point that the astral body is actually cut off. There is no way because it is not allowed by the supreme law of equilibrium. So in the practice of metaphysics, it's not actually allowed to cut off the silver cord. And the only way to cut off the silver cord is to kill the physical body. So why are you afraid doing astral travel or journeying into the astral realm? The only point is you are afraid because you do not know. That's why the precise lesson in life is know thyself. Know thyself. Once you know yourself, okay, you are not alone. You are forever. And you are creating now something very noble in this planet for the illustration of your love for the entire humanity so that you will proceed into the next sector of life which is higher than human being. Okay? That is a sort of information. You can confirm the information that I'm talking about. Okay, begin step by step conscious astral journey. Okay. So now joining is Alejandro Sato, si Adom. Mayang hapon ni Adom. Now also si Melanie. Mayang hapon Melanie, nice to see you here sa Babag chapter. Mayang hapon ni Melanie. Imingaw na po ko ni Melanie kay wala na ko kakita ni Melanie. Imingaw na ko sa mga mino ni Melanie kay si Melanie mayon expert ni si Melanie sa mga lamiang pagkaon. Inner cultivation naman yun nato Melanie. Yes, nice to see you here, Melanie. Okay, from also si Romy Sato. Arisgado, mayong hapon, Romy boy. Nice to see you here in our conference. Maybe if after the lockdown, pag wala, dili ko makanha sa inyo ha, kunya, mahunong na niya ato ang kuan, live broadcast sa Facebook. So, telepati na po na itong gamiton na niya ha. Unsa may inyong timailhan pag naako sa inyong dool? Okay, kumidyara ni siya pero og nagi ko sa inyong dool, naako sa inyong mga kasing-kasing. O niya, inyong signal is kining inyong mga kuyamoy, ang lihok na siya. Sabot ariya nga our energies are entangling in this oneness with all. Okay, so from Herni Estorco, mayong hapon GM 172. Okay kayo, ako ang fasting karon. God bless you. Okay, maayo kayo dahil. I'm glad to hear from you. Okay, another thing. Do not forget to take good care of your children. This is one thing very important. Do not allow your children to experience mga vices, any forms of vices, especially kining sugal. Okay, once you ignored that very important discipline for your children, you will regret in the end. You will really regret in the end because those are actually trapped in life. That's actually the evil surroundings, the evil things that must topple you down if you allow your children in the different forms of vices. So as earlier as now, so that's why our group, the activities of our group, we are going to encourage the children in sports. Why martial arts? Why arnes? That's because arnes is a higher form of discipline, higher form of mental discipline. You in the practice of martial arts, you are going to train yourself, mental discipline, patience, perseverance. So it means to say, as earlier as now, take good care of your children in the spiritual side. Martial arts is development of the body, mind, soul, and spirit. Do not allow them ato na sila dito sa mga sugalan, ato dito sa mga computeran, mabuntagan, then wala na mo i-control sa inyong mga ginikanan. Wala na mga ginikanan, wala na i-control sila mga anak. So this is just only a sort of encouragement because time will come. You will merit the labor of your good discipline for your children. But then if you forget that discipline, mataligamaan na ninyo, okay, ayaw mo kay ingon ari ate mi dire GM tagay mi dire kaneng tabangaw mi dire GM kay among anak ng hagis, among anak dito ng ana because again as earlier as now, do something good for your children and you will be happy in the future so long as you can apply that. Labi na yun ng mga makadaot yun kayo, nakibalo na mo kung siya yung makadaot kayo. Ano nga, ang ato ang grupo, anang usay, dili masabtan kay anong atong advocacy kanang yung makawala sa mga kalipay sa mga tao mahilig ana. That's because that is the precise way we can make a harmonious society. Kaya na ata ng bisyo, gilay man ka, ako, kapila naman na nitabo. Naglakaw ko dito, inon ko sa tao, tagay kong kwarta, di ka mahatag. Na, magbirig-birig pa yun nato dayon. Sabot ana nga, delikado atong panahon og daghan ang magkatag ang mga negative nga energy sa surrounding. So that's why we practitioners of Dugukan, particularly part of our healing is also to enlighten the people away from all sorts of vices. Away from all sorts of vices. That's why the time you do your healing, okay, people will ask, wano man ning unsa man tay akong nahimo sa Ginoo nga nganong nasakit man ko Ginoo nga dili man gini maayo dayon. Okay, you look at the history, unsay history sa imong life. So dito di ay nabuntagan, magabian buntagan, gabian buntagan, dili na makakaon kay nagsige lang siya og inom. Mao na nga. Ang tubag, that's because sa imong lifestyle. Mao nang it is an enlightenment. This is an enlightenment. So if our nation, for example, kining ingani ang sitwasyon anang gubot, that's because we do not agree in one wave of positive energy. So what is one wave of giant positive energy? We are united as one. We are united as one. In this group, I am the leader of the group of Dugukan. Unya, og daghan kayong masinupakon sa atuang grupo, so we cannot have good progress in our group because daghan kayong mga masinupakon. So when I said no vices, so naaman yun magbisyo, masuko sila sa tua. So what will happen? Nga, in our group, we should take good care also of our unity on how we are united as one in the giant wave of positive energy to help the healing of life and nature, to enlighten the people. We must maintain peace and harmony and support the advocacy. Support the advocacy against all forms of vices. This is advocacy, and this is part of our light mission to help the healing of life and nature. And how we are going to help the healing of life? Okay, we must be enlightened at this very moment in time that what we need is understanding, what we need is eradication of our negative emotions, eradication of the vices that cause us, that put our lives in the negative situation. So that's it. So that's why if there is an advocacy for positive progress, so we are going to support, and the way we can support is live life in peace and harmony. Peace and harmony, that's only what we can do, because when you shine your light, if we can shine your light, if we can shine where our light, so it means to say people can see the light also, because there is light. Nag-iilaw tayong lahat ngayon. That is the secret of overcoming negative energies. Mag-iilaw lang tayong lahat. And there is no need to do beyond that potential, beyond what we can do. Only we are going to shine our light and help the healing of life and nature. So, for example, that's my experience. How many people I meet, pating kadukan yun sila sa mga tao because may mga agi sila, nakapatay ang uban. Pero the time we meet, muhilak man lagi sila, musumbong man sila nako nga ganong. Because I believe na kailangan yun talaga tayo ng healing. Only we need somebody to help us how to connect in the spiritual side. So our mission is to connect the people into the line back to the history, back to the story of spirituality. So we are not going to judge. We help the healing of people. We help the healing of life in the spiritual side. In the spiritual side. So I can tell so many stories, experience. Only lang our time is we don't have enough time here. We don't have enough time here. So I encourage everybody to do the healing of life and nature. So if someone would come to you and ask for your healing, ask for your divine illumination, okay, do not deprive someone. Nga naghihanglan sila og tulong tabang sa inyo ha, in the spiritual way. But then someone will come to you and invite you in the negative activities, okay, you know what to do because you are in the spiritual side. So enlighten the people around you in the way to shine up your light, and people will see that you are light. So this is actually very nice advocacy, and we are in this one is with all. From Heidi, how do we shield ourselves the best from negative attacks? Okay, okay, art of life is very important. From Heidi's question, art of life is apply art of life 172 and connect your consciousness cell to the spiritual energy stations of the Supreme Superlight Angels. And there are there actually something like password. Okay, there are divine words that you can connect. Only one word, divine word, a name of the angel in the spiritual dimension. Then give title. Connect me to the angels of the supreme light. Okay, chant the name, and after that, okay, blow it in your solar center. Or if you cannot blow it in your solar center, apply the Dugukan light shift meditation. So there are many gestures of Dugukan light shift meditations. The Dugukan light shift meditations. So any of the Dugukan light shift meditations. So that's what I said. Queen hearts. Activate your queen hearts. So heaven's gate, heaven's eye, soul, spirit. So this is spirit. Then cosmos, target portal, starseed life union, equilibrium. So any of the gestures that would be more than enough for your powerful shielding, because you applied the gestures and the focus of your consciousness to the spiritual energy station. So this is also one thing. If you are going to ask what is the best protection for your physical body, for your energy body against negative psychic attack, okay, the best protection is the Supreme Superlight and just power. Because as I said, the Supreme Superlight and just power, it is actually beyond human words to explain. Likewise, in the story of science, there is dark energy, dark matter. The physicists cannot explain what is dark energy, dark matter, because the discovery is still going on, and it is a never-ending process of learning by this time. So, likewise, in the spiritual side, the release from the spiritual dimension from this time is really advanced. Things that we should realize, and that's why there should be the point. There should be a certain point we know where to connect. So we're just only focus our awareness, then connect your consciousness to the spiritual energy stations of the Supreme Superlight Angels. So that's why experience of angels contact and connection or art of life is essential, because it will expand your focus. It will really expand your focus. Once you have your focus, so you can connect with the spiritual energy stations. It's not just a strangling imagination or a strangling vibration. You should have a certain focus, and that the name of that is tunneling, rainbow bridge of life. That is tunneling. You can create a tunnel of powerful thoughts to connect with the Supreme Superlight Angels, and the Supreme Superlight Angels will insulate your thoughts with much powerful energy, and there is already the tunneling. So that's why the brain is powerful. So the way the brain is powerful, it can produce so much thought. So once you can create powerful thought that will connect, that will go to the energy stations of the Supreme Superlight and just now being bridged for the purpose of helping the entire humanity. So that's there. You will have powerful shielding. That's it, Van. Hi. Oh,
Heidi ba?
Heidi Van. Also now joining is Vanessa. Okay, mayong hapon din day. Vanessa is joining. Okay, mayong hapon and welcome sa ating conference. This is live broadcast Holistic Art of Dugukan. And everybody is welcome, and I'm glad that you joined. Ayon nga to ang may speaksigutan karon. Okay. From Heidi Van. Your truth is so beautiful and needs to be shared with the world. Okay, thank you, Heidi. That's why the point of this information actually, as I said when I said that this is actually intended for the entire humanity. How we are going to take good care of our physical body. And because there are so many modalities how we can take good care of our physical body. Only the mastery of Dugukan, as I said, we are in the energy side. We are expert in the energy side. when it comes to the management of the physical condition. And the modality also of the medical side, for example, how we are going to take good care of our physical body based in the education of knowledge in the orthodox medicine, we are not contradicting. That's because we are in the complementary medicine. So that's why we are holistic art, complementary medicine. So the advocacy is to help the healing of life and nature. So that's why my concern is, of course, that's why it's a long time ago of my advocacy in this group to inspire all the light workers in the world not to be trapped in the negative illusions, negative vibrations, because so much lingering in the surroundings, negative energies, and everybody needs powerful shielding. And what is powerful shielding? Actually, powerful shielding must be supported, what must be founded with the most powerful energy from the Most High. So there must be actual or direct experience when it comes to where you are going to connect to the most powerful foundation of energy. And that is actually from the Supreme Supralite Angels. Because by this time, there is actually a big confusion when it comes to mysterious lights manifesting in the skies. Okay, first, people have theory. People believe that they are extraterrestrials. They are aliens. They are star brothers. Okay, when we talk about aliens and star brothers, aside from the people believe that those are part of the high technology from the powerful nations as part of their military weaponries, and we do not know. There are so many versions people believe. So that's why this is the deficiency that we are going to analyze thoroughly. That if we are going to do inner discovery and to establish powerful shielding when it comes to overcoming the negative energies in the surroundings, and so that we will not be misled in the battle of faith, belief, and in the battle of negative and positive energies. So we must be very, very certain for what are those mysterious lights manifesting in the skies, because people are believing that extraterrestrials are getting closer in the planet because the extraterrestrials are they are actually having divine intervention with the people to help the people for total to save the people from total destruction. In a way, that would be good. That would be good because the point is good. Only the thing is we don't have strong realization of what are those mysterious lights manifesting the skies, and what is the precise lesson that we are going to apply if there is really now planetary ascension. Okay, we'll make it really clear that there is planetary ascension. Only the people do not really understand what is planetary ascension. Okay, there is really higher beings getting closer. There are really higher beings getting closer from higher dimension into this planet. But where are these higher beings? That's why I advise everyone to have a copy of the book Dugukan Volume 1, because I'm explaining there what are these kinds of supreme superlight angels, where do they come from? Because they do not come from the stars, they do not come from any star or planets from any galaxies, because planets and stars are not the place of their abode, because angels from the higher dimension, they are supreme superlight, and they do not need planets and stars for their means of abode. So meaning they do not dwell in the planets and the stars. So that's why in the lessons, one of the lessons of Dugukan Lightship Meditation, Stargate Portals and Starseed Life Union. From the word portal, so the stars are portal into higher dimension. So how we are going to have a soul realization when it comes to advanced spiritual knowledge. So it's only by aligning the precise lesson, applying the precise lesson for advanced spiritual study. And we must begin with CAT, CAT, conscious astral travel. And why we are going to begin with conscious astral travel? Because it is there you can find the gateway to heaven. It is there you can find the gateway to heaven. You cannot find the gateway to heaven if you do not know yourself, know thyself. That's why in the physical body you have 7 energy centers. And if you have 7 energy centers, okay, what are your 7 energy centers? And what's the functions of your 7 energy centers in your physical body? Okay, that is actually the precise channels of your spiritual foundation in the physical body. So that's why there is inner cultivation that we must do. And for all practitioners of spiritualism, it's not the point of practicing spiritualism that we will become powerful, because we cannot make ourselves powerful if we do not know ourselves in the spiritual side. So that's why at present life evolution, we are 9 advanced elemental bodies. Actually, 8 advanced elemental body, and the physical body advanced element also. We are in the advanced element. So that's why in the fundamental laws of nature, for example, in science, so where are we human beings? We are in the advanced elements, but we are comprising of the energies. We are comprising 0.03%. Then the stars, which are hydrogen and helium hydrogen, 4%, and that refers to the stars. So what about dark energy? So dark energy is 72% and 23%. 23% is dark matter. So we are really far from this kind of energy that we are talking about. But we are, of course, we cannot separate the energies, because spiritual energies cannot be separated with the material energy. Material energy cannot be separated with the spiritual energy. So that's why in the art of healing, we cannot separate the energy body from the physical body from the spiritual body, because the physical body needs spiritual energy. So if we are sick, for example, if we are sick by this time, if we cannot solve the healing of our physical body, that's because the other part is forgotten, which is actually the vital foundation of our physical body, of our health, and that is the energy body. So that's why we are going to share this to the people. We are going to share this to all, particularly to all the light workers in the world. So that's why my encouragement for everybody. Okay, I'm I'm glad that we can we can record this through live broadcast. We can record this conversation that we have, because we can share it to the people. Because as I said, by this time we have the information. I have the information on how we are going to uplift our spiritual side in the actual art and science of inner discovery. So meaning in the actual art and science of inner discovery, for example, I'm talking about conscious astral journey and telling about describing how you are, what are the things that you are going to experience in the astral dimension. Okay, if I'm going to elaborate all the experiences that someone should experience in the astral dimension, how many hundreds of books that we are going to write? Thousands of books that we are going to write. We cannot write everything unless someone will go into actual spiritual journey, do conscious astral travel, because the living book of life is there within you. That's why in the physical body, in our physical body, we have the living book of life. And why is it called living book of life? Because whenever the time that you can open the gateway into the heavens, okay, it's there, you can go there. You will perceive, and you will experience the actual mystery of your life. Then the mysteries that we could consider here mystery is no more longer mystery. It's actually reality, because you can explain it. So there's no point also that we are going to share it, we are going to explain to the people for the subject that people cannot understand, because the level of soul realization is up to this level only. So it means to say it must be expanded, spiritual awareness. So that's why our first principle in the revelation of the Dugukan is spiritual consciousness, spiritual awareness. So expansion of spiritual awareness, because it is the precise way how we are going to unleash the wonderful meaning of our lives. So that is how we are going to see the deeper side of the meaning of our lives. You look at what's happening in the surrounding by this time. People are really terrified of the viruses. Why are they terrified of the viruses? So that's because of the vulnerability. We don't have much. We don't have stronger spiritual foundation, and majority people do not rely in the foundation of spiritual knowledge. They rely in the knowledge. So spiritual knowledge is higher knowledge, and material is material. The spiritual is material. We cannot separate the material and the spiritual and the material. If you focus in the material side and forgetting the spiritual side, okay, you will lose the game. You will lose the battle of positive and negative, negative and positive. It must be. We are victorious by this time. We are going to resort into the most powerful foundation in life, the most powerful protection in life, and that is the knowing of thyself. That is the knowing of the most powerful power that can protect us, that can save us from the trials of time in this planet, and we should ascend life into higher dimension. So this is the point now we are going to do our inner cultivation. So that's why I'm glad that everybody is joining in this conference. Then we can talk. We can talk so many things about spiritual exercises. Because as I said, it's here, right here in my mind. I know a lot of informations about spirituality. Only we cannot write it in the book because of course how many pages we need to write, how many books that we need to write. And of course, I know also that you, deep within you, once you learn conscious astral journey and you can begin your advanced spiritual study, so much thing that you will learn, so much thing that you will discover, and you will realize that the things that I'm talking here is actually even elementary. The things that I'm talking here is actually even elementary. And the things that I'm referring to, and even the things that I can do, you can even do greater than what I can do in the spiritual side. So this is my point. Everyone is really blissful and have everyone has talent. Only we have to enhance this spiritual connection. Because without enhancing the spiritual connection, it's really impossible that we can hit the right track. It's impossible. We only relying in the material side. Material side, this is the illusion. The mortal physical existence is illusion. So in what way this will become illusion? This is reality because we are part of this illusion. And the way to discern this illusion, so we must go beyond this illusion so that we know which side we are going to walk our life, and we are not regretful in life in the end. Okay. Okay, from Van Hook. Thank you for explaining things so well for us, GM. You're welcome, Van. And I have my own angel light council. Okay, they visit me. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's why I'm saying that every one of us have a guardian angel and have a spiritual master. Okay, get the name of your guardian council, and that will make something big difference because the angel have names. So you are already a step further because you already have your guardian council. That's nice, man. Then they come every day. Okay, nice. And the okay, they come in the form of birds.
Question mark.
Birds. Okay. Okay. There's another thing. Okay, talking about guardian angel. That's why in the revelation of the angels of the supreme light, there are actually two kinds of angel only. The supreme super light. The first is the supreme super light, and the second is the advanced elemental beings. The advanced elemental beings, they can get closer with the humans because they cannot devour. They cannot devour because the consuming fire nature of the angels, that refers to the supreme super light angels. So that's why they will manifest in the skies as if that one that you will see during angels contact and connection. They slow down their frequency and they have speed just for us to see that they are there. They are there, really. They are really existing angels of the supreme light. And second angel is the angel that is called actually Mulhanrim and Benhanrim angel. So they can also appear in the form of shooting stars. So whenever the time you can see the shooting stars, so they are not actually meteorites because those meteorites So you can see stone once it hit on your in the ground closer at you. So if you look at the ground where the the shooting star landed, so you cannot see any trace of or any mark in the ground. So meaning those are Moonhandrim or Belhandrim angel. They are still super light, and they are the angels that can get closer with the humans by slowing down their frequency, and they can appear into different forms so long as they want, just for you to perceive that there is the presence of their physical in the surroundings. So that's why expand your spiritual awareness. Do not forget our first principle of Dugukan, expansion of spiritual awareness. Second is connectivity with nature. And the third one is we are not alone. Precisely, we are not alone. We only need to enhance our consciousness so that we can perceive what's there in the surroundings. If ever there are positive energies or negative energies, if ever there are higher beings getting closer to us and trying to communicate with us. So, okay, that's it. And more inner discovery. Continue the discovery by doing inner cultivation. So, the exercises that you are going to apply is inner cultivation. That is precisely important by this time, especially that there are signs already given. Okay, from Engineer Kirby, the busy lang GM. Okay, from Ban, they communicate and come right to me. Okay, continue the inner discovery, Ban. It's nice to hear from you, and more of the discovery are coming up soon. From Jamaica, nag-iilaw. Thank you so much, GMPS 172, for this vital information. Very, very essential to our lives for the physical and spiritual ascension. Yes, so by this time, we must look forward how we can ascend our economic side. Okay, so because in the spiritual side, we are really ascending. So the equilibrium is how we are going to ascend also in our economic side. So we are going to help. We are going to help the healing of life and nature, not to make business, of course, to balance everything. To balance everything, because if we are overwhelmed with the negative energies because of the negative events happening in the surroundings, okay, we'll mislead the point. So that's why people ask me, why are you not affected with the negative energies in the surroundings? There are so many stories, many gossips, negative energies in the surroundings. No, I'm not affected with negative energies because in the first place, I'm learning spiritual martial arts. And in fact, I'm teaching spiritual martial arts. So, even when you touch my physical body with any weapon, let's say you have uh, let's say you have you have a stick because then you hit me because you are angry, so it's okay. Ay lang paduol kay matapsingan ka sa ako ang kamot, ako akong kamot. Just kidding. It means to say, if you are going to overcome the enemy, as I said, implement harmonious war. How we are going to make harmonious war? Okay, show peace and harmony. Do not be alarmed with negative energies in the surroundings. Do not be alarmed sa mga negative energies in the surroundings. How you are going to tackle down a snake, for example. Okay, when the snake is ready to fight, mo kuha na siya. Mo bite na siya sa imo ha. So, pagpasagdan na mo siya, the snake will go away. You see the point? So that's the principle. But if you fight against the snake and you also execute your stance for fighting, okay, you will have an impact. Either ikaw mo yung mabakan or siya mo yung mapildi. So it means to say, after that, what's the story? Is there any good story nga mahitabo? No, there's no good story because for after all, we are still brothers and sisters. So that's the best way by this time we are going to do is we help the healing of life and nature. If we are powerful, if you are powerful, okay, you can do bigger things. And power, of course, if we have power, it is actually carrying responsibility. So our responsibility is to help the healing of life and nature, to enlighten our brothers and sisters and the way of implementing harmonious war, not violence war. kind of war is just actually violent. No violent war, harmonious war. Okay, from Heidi Van Ho. Okay, holy buckets there everywhere around me. Then, wow, wonderful. I love the angels. Okay, good. Nice, nice. Yes, get to know more about angels because angels are in the surroundings, getting closer to us, and we must be able to determine the angels that are now getting closer to us, and we will be, of course, we are the light warriors to help the healing of life. So, light workers in the planet must be light warriors because, of course, this is the point. Not all light workers are light warriors. And who are the survivor light workers? The survivor light workers are the light warriors. And if you are a light worker, then you are not a light warrior. You cannot survive the propagation because you are not misled. So that's why many light workers are misled in the material region. Why? Because the way they do their light service, they are hoping that they can gain material and they will be blessed because material wealth will come in. So that is actually the fall of all the light workers when they are expecting so much material blessings that will come in the light service that they are doing, because in that event it is actually that is not unconditional light service. There is no unconditional love when you are expecting something that you must gain out of that light service that you are doing. So that's why people are saying, okay, there are blessings that will come, there are there are there are wealth that will come because you will just need to wait for the money, the blessings to come because it is already coming. It's already coming. Okay, that is something like that is you are expecting. But the light service that we are talking about, do not expect because wealth is already there in you. Wealth is already here in the surroundings, and material wealth is not the key to make you win in the battle of life, in the battle between bad or evil and good. Because in fact, the wealth that you are expecting, the material wealth cannot save life in this coming time because viruses, for example, do you think that for tougher viruses that will shut down the nations can save money, can save your life? No, it's not. There is no way because as I said, the most important foundation in life and the most important refuge actually in life by this time against negative energies, against from whatever danger that might be coming in our surroundings, is complete surrender to the most infinite. So it is by this time we must resort into the soul realization, the higher soul realization by this time. Imagine if we are not enlightened, and of course for the billions of people around the world, for the millions of people in the country, for example, how many people, the level of education, for example, that whatever amount or effort of explaining to the people, they cannot really understand. So that's why people said, and they said, why do you use English in this forum? And I told them that because this is actually intending for people outside the country to understand, because people actually outside the country, they cannot, majority people cannot understand our dialect. And of course for the sake of them, for the sake of the different people, different cultures, different languages, I'm using English, trying my best to speak in English. This is actually my second language, not because I'm going to speak it in English because I want to speak it in English, but just because for the sake of the people in the entire planet. And many of my friends said that people do not understand what you're talking about. Okay, it's okay because I believe that we Filipinos, majority of the Filipinos can understand English. And of course, you just imagine 2 weeks ago, 3 days ago, yeah, no, not 2 weeks ago, 3 days ago, I watched YouTube. Then the one was actually he got in prison because he killed someone because nag-away sila. Then then the culprit said that I have no education, mamasura lang ko ana. Yang anong gipatay man imong ang katungkuan ana kay nag-away man sila, kay nag-inom sila. Kano nag-inom sila, di man sila kwarta kay ang iya di ang hinabang nga gihatag, iyang gibaligya gipalit niya og bino. Unya nag-away sila so ipatay na iya naman siya nga patyon. Unya nag-away sila di. Sa away na di mamatay og mahinaykan. Muna nabildi niya iyang kaaway, muna nga napatay niya ang iyang kaaway. You just imagine whatever amount of explanation when you are going to explain to the people, so long as the level of the understanding, the level of the education is different, they cannot understand. So the point here is we are now going to be enlightened that the people in this planet need teachers of art of life so that they can encourage, enlighten the people, all the rest people that needs enlightenment. So if we are going to find people who are, that's why from the very beginning of this propagation I said I'm not looking for practitioners of the Dugukan to become followers because I don't need any follower. What will I do with the followers? What will I do? I'm not doing business. I'm not doing business for me to be to uplift my economic side from the people that will follow me. I don't need followers. What I'm looking for this time is I'm looking for teachers of art of life 172. And if they are teachers, then who are these guys? Teachers of art of life. Then the Supreme Master of Heaven is actually telling me that they are people coming from the different nations of the world, coming from the seven continents of the world. And they are star seeds. So among this group that now actually joining, they are star seeds. You are star seeds. When you become teachers of art of life 172, you are destined to enlighten, to help the healing of life and nature. So that's why I'm not actually looking for professionals by academic education. I'm looking for a professional by heart that will understand the lessons of inner cultivation so that they can help the enlightenment of the entire humanity by radiating their light. So by expanding their spiritual consciousness. So meaning, we go back to the principle, receive, align, and adapt. So this is the precise thing that we are going to do. We are going to receive, align, and adapt. The transmissions of heart wisdom from the Supreme Lord God of Heaven, from the Most High. So we are, everyone here actually, like Heidi, you are guided by an angel. So you have your angel counsel. And definitely the purpose of the angels why they are getting now closer with the humans because they want to save the humanity by way of enlightenment. That because there is the law of equilibrium, they cannot tell to the people, everyone in the entire planet, because they need someone who is their medium in this planet. That's why you, for example, Heidi, you are destined to enlighten the people because who are the players of the enlightenment in the planet? They are actually the light workers. They are called light workers because they are going to enlighten the people. They are not going to confuse the people. And whenever the time there is actual illustration, there is precise lesson. So people will not be confused because they are also never misled along the way because there is precise lesson. Unlike when we are going to keep telling to the people, okay, there is the truth, higher beings will get closer and will save us from the entire, from total destruction. We do not know what the things we are actually supposedly to fulfill in our lives. So we do not even avoid vices. We do not know even how to take good care of our energy body and the physical body. So it means to say there is no way we can truly align ourselves into the precise manner of ascension because we did not know the precise lessons. So here comes now the lessons. Here comes now the lessons not for just only few people but for the entire humanity. Then who are the teachers for these lessons? So they are teachers of art of life 172. Every one of us that will receive, align, and adapt. Okay, from Heidi Van. I don't like material. I want love and healing. Yes, that is what precisely needed in the planet. Love and healing. Because whenever there is love, there is healing. All that is shall be added unto you. Whenever there is desire for material, for power, there is always greed that will come in and will corrupt the heart and the mind of the people. So that's why it must be a spiritual foundation first at this very, very moment of time. Okay, from Engineer Caribe, P. Okay, from Engineer, I am grateful to know you, GM. Without you, I may end up to feet, 6 feet below the ground. You are my strength in times of troubles, especially when I come to psychic attacks. Okay, engineer, you have deep within you, engineer, is really divine radiance. So unless you're divine radiance and you are a teacher of art of life 172, we are going to help the enlightenment of the people, not only in our nation but for the entire planet. Receive a line and adapt. Okay, from Heidi Van Hook. I live to heal myself and the world. Yes, that is precisely the purpose of all the stars of life in the world. They are here. They're actually incarnating life to help the healing of life and nature. So they are going to usher the ascension of life into higher dimensions. So you, at least by this time, we know that there are people who really have perception, and for Heidi, it's very clear in your perception that you are here to help the healing of life. Continue the light service and expand the light service. So this is our oneness with all, and we are going to share the lessons. We're going to radiate our light so that we can share the giant positive vibrations not only for the few people in our surroundings but for the entire planet. And this will make the big difference. Okay, nice to see you here and looking forward to see you in person also. Our site is right here in the country. And of course, we are going to make a chapter. Possible if you are okay, then you will decide to make a chapter in your country for propagation of art of life. That would be my greatest pleasure also, so that we can expand our light service not only here in the country but in the different countries of the world, because as I said, the entire planet is the scope of this proliferation. Because even beyond this planet, because actually we are not alone. We are not alone. Anyway, we are not propagating of lessons actually based on belief. There's no more based in this concept. We are not going to promote a form of belief or any form of dogma, because I respect every form of belief and religion, because that is actually very sacred and part of the culture of everyone where they belong. So we go in the spiritual side, in the holistic art, and we must respect every culture. We must love every religion, and the way we can we can we can we can share the love, the unconditional love, peace, and harmony to everybody, regardless of any belief, religion, any nationality, so race that we have in regardless of age, belief, and religion. So we are one. We are one in this oneness with all. Okay, so from Mat Anchuril. So may message ni Mat Anchuril. Okay, so yes, Vance, USA. So hoping, looking forward, Van, to see you in to see you here if you have time to visit the site. And of course, if we have the blessings, we can reach your place, and we are going to, if you allow, if you like, also let me know if you would like to create a chapter there in your place. And we have precise lessons to share to the people, art of life, angels, contacts, and connection, inner cultivation, so meditations, all those things. So we can begin also the sharing of the lessons. So that's why I'm encouraging everyone here that would like to share the lessons of the Dugukan. You must have the copy of the literature of the Dugukan, the book one. Then I'm about to finish the book two. The book two is more arranged, because the book one actually it's not really arranged, but I used to do that book in that arrangement because I want that everyone that will read the book of book one, if they will not use their spiritual understanding, their spiritual consciousness, so they are misled. But then if they can use their spiritual understanding, the presentation in the book is quietly simple. They can understand, really can understand, because they are not going to use their human understanding, but they are going to use their spiritual understanding, so spiritual awareness. And the book though is simplification. So I'm talking about conscious astral travel and how you are going to do it, and what precise divine word that you are going to use it, okay, it's there found in the book 2. Okay, so I want also to finish the book 2, then so that I can proceed to book 3. And actually, anyway, well, at this time, we are not yet many in the practice of the Dugukan holistic art, because at by this time, actually, the teachers of art of life shall come and take their lessons and take their K towards enlightenment, towards the sharing of light. This is the way we are going to share the light is direct experience, because that's why I'm asked, actually, whenever the time doon ay mga tao, there are people that uh, I meet, then they ask me about the teaching of the Dugukan. So telling the teaching of the Dugukan in actually in conversation like this will not end. So we need another 10,000 years before maybe we can begin to understand what's the lesson of the Dugukan. Okay, precisely more than 10,000 years before we can discern the lessons of the Dugukan if we do not go actual experience or direct experience. So meaning, we don't have soul realization if we keep circulating our discussion in words. There is no inner lesson. So there should be actual lesson, because the only way we can teach the lesson, actual lesson, then people will understand is by having actual or direct experience. So that's why I'm asking this question to the people who are actually encouraging me to modify my system of sharing the lessons. So I'm telling and asking them question, okay, how you are going to teach lessons that people will understand, not just will circulate in words. For example, why at this time still the debate of God will not end, proving that there is God, proving the truth of God, and this is the right way, and this is the path of salvation. And it needs another 10,000 years, another 2,000 years, people. But by this time, the issue is not solved. Why? Because those are all circulating in words. It must be actual direct experience so that we can understand. Then that's why by this time we do not argue there is the presence of the Most High. In fact, we are supporting the presence of the Most High by actual illustration. There are the angels of the Most High getting closer now. And in what precise way we are going to understand the lesson? Okay, inner cultivation. Follow the guidance that I'm going to release here from time to time when it comes to inner cultivation. And whenever the time you go to sleep, set your mind that you do conscious astral journey. Again, there is no danger in conscious astral journey. Everybody that will go to sleep, their soul through the astral vehicle will go into the astral realm. So it means to say everybody is actually doing astral journey, but not necessarily conscious. So at this time, we are going to train our mind to be conscious in our astral journey. So with that, put it in this way, put it into the habit so that it will happen naturally. In a year, there are 365 days in a year. But then, if you begin today, if you begin tonight, you set up your mind that you will become aware of your spiritual journey the moment you go to sleep. Okay, it will come to you naturally. There will be time during the night and that when you go to sleep, you cannot sleep, but you are conscious on your conscious astral journey. You will get out of your physical body from the moment the energy is triggered, accelerating from the tip of your feet, then ascending through the energy channels in your physical body. Then the light, the third eye will open, then you will get out of your physical body. Of course, do not go with your navel center, because the navel center is not as much as powerful from getting outside your physical body from here, from the crown center, or from here, the crown center, or from the here, third eye level. So it will be very nice, and you will see that real life is really wonderful, and how vast the universe is, much more life. You cannot measure you cannot measure life in its eternity meaning, and that is, yeah, really really wonderful. I think now our time is up, and I think it's time to go and just count Art of Life 172. So before we, okay, I'll give you time 5 minutes before we begin collective art of life 172 so that we can synchronize. So before I close the conference tonight, so a sort of reminder. So tonight, this is, we are still in the inner cultivation was using water. So at 12 midnight, okay, you can eat, you can close the, our inner cultivation is closed, it is actually automatic, so you can eat the normal food that you want to eat. Okay, then for those who would like to do conscious astral journey, okay, set your mind and just wait. If you cannot wake up 12 midnight, okay, proceed, eat your meal during early morning after you wake up. Then do not forget to fulfill your fourth task after you wake up early morning. Okay, so this is actually home-based exercise. So do your art of life at home. So everybody is home-based, and I will be back online tomorrow the same time, 4 o'clock. So I'll see you everyone tomorrow sa atong live broadcast, and we can proceed right after this. We are going to proceed to Art of Life 172 Collective. Okay, I think that's all. And for Heidi, yes, Heidi, looking forward, we will establish, we are going to initiate a chapter in your place, and you lead the chapter and for sharing of the lessons of Art of Life. I'm looking forward to see you in person. And to Maribik in India, and to all the friends of Maribik and anywhere, and to all the chapters of Dugukan, every chapter of Dugukan, sa tanang yung chapter sa Dugukan, si Atik Iris sa Liburon, si Ann sa Bethlehem, si Haliging Bululakaw, si Ani sa Manila chapter, o sa tanan natong mga chapter sa Karatan, Danao, Liburon, Gorordo, Manila chapter sa Dayong, Naga, Zamboanga, Bethlehem, Panama, San Vicente, Babag, and to everybody joining in this conference, my warmest regards and blessings for everybody, requesting the blessings from the Supreme Master of Heaven to bless everyone joining in this conference, and more healing, more powerful protection, and divine guidance, especially for this conscious astral journey, advanced spiritual study. Right after this conference, 5 minutes, right after 5 minutes, so everybody join the collective Art of Life meditation, Art of Life, and just contact and connection. Okay, I bid farewell now. Hasta la vista to everyone.